Breaking news in the world of MMA as Charles Oliveira is going to take on Rafael Fiziev next. Yo, where has this matchup spawned in from? So the news just broke that Oliveira will be headlining UFC Fight Night Rio de Janeiro against the number 10 ranked UFC lightweight in Rafael Fiziev.
Bruh.
This is the most random fight ever. Like, there was no rumors about this. I didn't hear anybody talking about this until the fight news literally just dropped. So I'm confused. Like, was this being worked on in the background, or has this kind of just came out of nowhere? I need to know what's happened here. Now, Rafael Fiziev is coming off a win over Bahamontes, but the fight before that, he did lose to Justin Gaethje. That was a short notice fight though against Justin Gaethje. The fight before that, his knee blew out against Mateus Gamrot. Oliveira, obviously former UFC lightweight champion. He is coming off that fight at UFC 317 where Ilia Topuria punched his head in. And I'm surprised Oliveira's making this quick of a turnaround. I mean, I thought earliest we would have seen Oliveira would have been December. I thought the fight that was going to happen for Oliveira, because Oliveira is such a big name still, I thought the UFC would have wanted to have him in these big money matchups. This isn't one of them, by the way. Fiziev, yes, I know a lot of people in the MMA world know who Fiziev is. I mean, anyone who has any sort of attention to the UFC knows who he is. But Oliveira's kind of went past that threshold where he's known by a lot of casuals now who don't really keep up to date. So I'm surprised they went with this matchup. I personally thought they would have done Oliveira versus Max Holloway 2 for the BMF title, but Max Holloway did say that he will not be fighting again in 2025. So maybe Oliveira is looking to get active, because this is a pretty quick turnaround for Charles Oliveira, especially after the loss he took. I mean, it wasn't like, it was an early stoppage. Ilia Topuria punched my boy's head nearly through the fucking canvas. Go back and watch that fight. Oliveira got put on a fucking t-shirt. Now I've seen a lot of people be like, Oliveira never learns. Why is Oliveira taking this fight? Oliveira might be washed. Oliveira is definitely on the decline. But I still think he can beat Fiziev. Now, he will need to grapple with Rafael Fiziev. That is a key component in this matchup. On the feet, Oliveira gets lit up by Fiziev, in my opinion. Oliveira does... Yes, he'll have all the advantages on the feet in terms of length and reach and stuff like that. He will not use a single ounce of that in this matchup. We've seen it against Topuria. Guy had a massive frame on Topuria. Taller, longer, rangier. Bro wanted to fight him in a fucking phone booth. Oliveira doesn't know how to keep his range. So if he can't get this fight to the ground, I think he is in trouble. However, Rafael Fiziev does gas. That is something that you need to note. And he is there to be hit. Like, offensively, I think Rafael Fiziev is great. Defensively, though, I don't think he's amazing. He does have really good takedown defense, though. But Oliveira then doesn't shoot your traditional single leg, double legs. He's more get you up against the cage, get you a body lock, take you down that way. It's a very winnable matchup for Oliveira, although it's a very losable matchup for Oliveira as well. There isn't the grappling threat from Rafael Fiziev, which is good. Oliveira does have a massive advantage in the grappling, but Fiziev's takedown defense is really good. A part of me feels like, yo, is this an Oliveira retirement fight?
Bruh.
Like, if Oliveira loses here to Fiziev, does he just go? Because at that point, I don't know what he does, and he'll be in Rio de Janeiro. Like, the place will be electric for Oliveira. Like, when Oliveira beats Fiziev, my early prediction, by the way, is an Oliveira win. The place is going to go fucking chaotic. Such a strange fight, though. Like, there were no rumors about this, no nothing. I'm really surprised Oliveira's taking this fight, because if he beats Fiziev, he has the moment in Brazil, yes, but like, it doesn't get him closer to a title. I don't think Oliveira will ever fight for a title again unless he maybe moves up to welterweight, or unless he fights for the BMF belt, which I thought the BMF title fight was right there for him, even after the loss to Topuria. Because I know Max is kind of hinting at fighting Topuria, but Max needs at least one more win, in my opinion. This fucks up the lightweight division so badly, though.
Bruh.
Like, really badly. Because I thought it was Oliveira, Max, Arman Topuria, Pimlet, Hooker. Now I don't know what they're going to do, because Max cannot fight Ilia off the back of that last win over Poirier. I think he needs at least one more, in my opinion, before they do the rematch. But yeah, fuck, stylistically, this is going to be a fun one, though. Charles Oliveira headlining against Rafael Fiziev in Brazil. My prediction is an Oliveira win right now. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. And as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you all again in the next one.